Okay. So champions, good morning once again. I hope we're doing well this morning. All right, so let's see how quick we can start. And just before that, we start by committing our business to God. We pray that everything we'll be doing today, we get the best out of it and we're guided aright. So today's foundation, what's today's date? 23rd, right? 23rd of May 2022. Okay. And we're going to be talking about recruiting mastery. Please, those at the back, I hope you can hear me. Maybe you're the last person there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, right? Okay, good. So we're going to be talking, the topic is recruiting mastery. I welcome every single one of you joining from different locations, from various offices across the Federation, across different parts, different states of the country, from Benue State, from Azabijana, from Benue State. I don't know. Some of your videos are not on, so I don't even know where you're joining from. All right. I know some of you are joining from the Lagos. Some of you are joining from what other place? Do I even have this? Okay, let's see. Okay, so I welcome every single one of you, okay, joining from different locations. Some of you from Mina, yes, I can see that now. I think there's some of you from, okay, Mr. Christopher and every other person, you're all welcome. And well, today it's going to be a great one because by the grace of God, it's going to be great because for some of you, your eyes are going to be open. Some of you will learn, you know, what has been holding you back, all right? And then you'll be able to move forward. And this is one of the big problems many people have. And if you check every leader, so the topic is what? Recruiting what? Mastery, right? You need to master recruiting. Now, let's start this way. First of all, I encourage you, if you've not subscribed, because I usually upload some of these trainings, sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I upload some of these trainings, all right, on the YouTube page. That's Dr. Umar Ahmed, which is a personal YouTube page. So if you've not subscribed, I think you should go ahead and do that. And on your notification, more importantly, so that whenever I post it, you can always see it. That's very important. And also, I make reference. I will not be able to discuss everything here. There are some things I'll be making reference to books. All right, I'll make reference to. Are we together, please? Yes. Please, those on Zoom, if you can hear me, just type 2. Type the number 2 on the chat box. Let me be sure you can hear and you're following me. Just type 2, number 2 on the chat box. All right, so let me be sure that you can actually hear me. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right, so put in the notification, all right, so that you can, but I'm going to, because I'm going to make a reference to some of the videos that have been uploaded. I'm also going to make a reference to some of the, what do you call it? I'm going to make a reference to some books, all right? So it's very important that you maybe subscribe to it so that once I make a reference, you can easily type and, you know, access it, okay? That's by the way. Now, we're talking about recruiting here. Now, recruiting is very important. How many of you agree with me when I say recruiting is very important? Now, business, when it comes to network marketing, yes, it's important. You have to agree because sometimes people tell you, I'm sure this is not the first time you hear things like this. In fact, some of you, that was what you were complaining. My problem is, I want to join this business, but my problem is, how do I get people? Right? Have you heard something like that? I hear it a lot. I hear it many times without number. All right. Sometimes, especially at the verge of enrolling people, at the verge of, you know, connecting people into the business, you hear the question, how do I get? My problem is not all this. I can register in the business, but my problem is how do I get people? So it's never supposed to be a problem. It's always a problem when you don't know what to do. But when you know exactly what to do, then it is not supposed to be a problem ordinarily. But let me be honest with you. This is one of the big problems, or if not the biggest, probably many people have when it comes to, you know, them succeeding in network marketing. And for many of you listening to me, that is your problem as we speak. Please, am I correct? Yeah, for some of you, in fact, probably many of you, that's the issue. But that's the reason why you might not know it, but that's the reason why your business is stagnant. That's the reason why you're not hitting those goals. That's the reason why you're not really succeeding. All right. So let's come to 10. Let's understand why it's important. Why is recruiting important? Who wants to give me an idea? Why do you think recruiting is important? Please say anything. Why do you think recruiting is important? Someone said because new blood is the lifeblood. Okay, that's very correct. Okay, but who else want to guess? Why do you think recruiting is important? For duplication purpose, that's correct. Who else want to guess? Who else want to say something? Why do you think recruiting is important?
Like the major products we have is not actually like
Say that the major product we have in network marketing is not just like the C247, it's not just like the product, the tangible product per se, but for your business to keep on going, you need people, meaning you need to build assets. Robert Kiyosaki said in The Business of the 21st Century, he said network marketing is not about just the product. And this is one thing you must know. The products are there. These are value. You get value for whatever you pay. They are there. They are tangible products. You can use them. You have value for them. And some people go, ahead and start, making money from the product. For example, doing retailing. They do retail profiting. Fine. But trust me, you're not going to make as much money. Even if you're going to try retail profiting in network marketing, well, I bet you to make as much money as even those in the provision stores will make. You could make, but maybe not as much as them, or probably less. Did you get what I'm saying? So you're going to make profit, yes, but it means therefore the real deal in the business, people don't join network marketing. People who understand it are not in network marketing to really just market and sell product per se. Even if it's sometimes part of the process, there will be times in point, or there will be point in situations where people will have use for the product and you give it to them and you exchange value. There will always be room for that. But Robert Kiyosaki said, it is about building an army of what? Of human beings, of people who can represent the product, who can represent your opportunity at various capacities. Let's even assume you are so good, you are so wonderful, you are powerful in, you're so convincing and you can sell anything to anybody. You have that capacity. Some people can be as good as that. I'm not as good as that when it comes to product personally. But let's assume you are that good. You can take anything and sell anything to anybody. All right. So you could make a lot from the product, but guess what? You can imagine what you can make if you can have a lot more other people doing what you are doing. All right. So it therefore means it's about building assets in people. It's about leverage. So the key point, I believe we'll have our pen and paper, right? Write anything you can catch. There are many things I have to say, okay? Write as much as you can. So the reason is why recruiting? Because recruiting is the foundation of your leverage. The reason why you are doing network marketing is to leverage. I believe so. Yeah, you want to leverage. Otherwise, it's better you get a job, or it's better you just go into any other business where you can hustle and make money. The reason why you are in this business is to leverage, is to build your business to a level where you can still keep making money even when you are not doing much. And that is the foundation. Please take note. Every organization, there is no organization on the surface of the earth that I know, except you tell me one, that will survive without that human capital recruit. Even the government survives on people. That's it. Government survives on who? On people. The government stays in government because there are people. I mean, that's why you hear it even, I think it's even a government term. Sometimes you hear it, they say the government is what? Is recruiting. Have you not heard something like this? They tell you that they are doing is it federal government or state government are doing what? They are recruiting. Meaning maybe some people that are the directors and all that, they've reached level, whatever, maybe 17 or as the case may be. They've had maybe some people that have been retired and now they want to bring in what? Fresh what? Blood. And that connects to what you said. New blood is the lifeblood of any organization. Even your body, for it to survive, it needs to recruit. Your blood cells, scientifically, always need to what? They will die at some point in time. All right, some of them will be converted to other things, maybe to produce bile and all that. So, and they will do what? They will reproduce. Human being will continue to remain in existence because you have to give birth. If you stop giving birth, what happens? We'll go extinct. Every organization So the idea is some people say, oh, my problem is getting people. You need, although not to get people, you need people in your business. I'll tell you what the difference between getting people and enrolling people, what the difference are. What's the difference between the both? All right, as we move on. So that's your leverage foundation. If there's no leverage, there's no freedom. Abi? Good. And for you to actually leverage, it means you need to build people's capacity. You need to build what? Capacity. You need to build people's capacity. So in building people's capacity, it means you need the people in the first place. You need to get people into your business. That's it. You need to get people into your business. And that's why it's so important. All right. So important. And that's where the life. So it's not about just being able to sell the product, not just being able to, talk people to buy things, but also, and more importantly, being able to get people into the business and train them so that these people can represent and build their capacity so that they can represent the organization and can represent the product at various capacity. And that's what helps you get financial freedom and time freedom. All right. Your health freedom, go and get it from the product. All right. But your financial freedom and time freedom, you will get it when you can actually what? Recruit. Now I'm going to give you some techniques. All right. I'll give you some techniques. Let's stay stable. Are we together? We're together. Say hi, please. Okay, good. Now I want a louder one, please. Are we together? Good. So I'm going to give you some techniques which will help you recruit well. All right. That will help you recruit massively. Only if you apply them. All right. And those techniques are going to be like maybe close to 10. Right? 9 precisely, but maybe with just a little bonus added to it. But I will say the techniques, I will not explain them that much. All right. They are going to be self-explanatory to a large extent. I'm going to be concluding with those techniques. Please take note. This is how this session is designed. At the end of this session, I'm going to give you about 9 techniques with a bonus. All right. But they are going to be self-explanatory. Why? Because I'm going to give you the foundation points you need to understand, and there are 5. 5 points. Once you understand those points, I will only list out those techniques. Maybe just put a little touch of words around them. I won't have to explain them. All right. Please, did you understand what I'm saying? Please, those at the back, can you hear me? Good. So I'm going to give you the techniques at the end of the session. Like I said, for emphasis, 9 precisely, but maybe additionally 1 bonus. But I won't explain them in details. I will outline them with just a little touch of maybe, just a little touch of extra, just to help you appreciate it. But why you will understand them is because there are 5 points I'm going to be giving you, and this is what will form the foundation of this session. Please pay careful attention. My only sorry is for people that didn't attend this session. That's the only pity I have. Some of your team members are not present here. I feel sorry because the truth is, this is one of the big problems we have. Let me start by telling you this also, just before we move into those 5 levels of understanding. 5 levels of understanding that make recruiting process easy, or that makes recruiting process, more feasible and more productive. Now, one of the things I'll tell you is every successful leader you see in network marketing, there's no exception, please. This is not a thing of like, maybe I'm trying to guess. I've checked it very well. My mentors, my humble self, even other mentors that are not even my mentors, people cross lines that I've seen. If you've seen anybody that is successful in network marketing in this business, trust me, they are good in recruiting. If you've seen anybody that rose to a peak of achievement in this business, they risen to a level where you admire so much. They are making 7 figures, they're making 8 figures monthly, they're making 6 figures daily, and you are aspiring to be like them. They have this level of understanding. They understand these 5 levels, all right, when it comes to recruiting. They are good recruiters. Personally, I've recruited quite a lot, and I'm still recruiting because I've seen what others have done. My mentor told me one day, he said, I'm referring to Dr. Victor here. He told me one day, he said, wow, do you know the reason? He said, some of you just see like Ambassador Michael, for example, he's so successful. Wow. In fact, he's the top one worldwide, with our company currently. And guess what? You're surprised. I mean, how did he do it. He said one day when he looked at his DTC, what he saw, the direct referral earning, I can't remember how much then. This thing I'm telling you is as at 2019, when I was still young in the business, as at 2019. He said what he saw in just the direct referral earning blew his mind. What it means is, we're not talking about the matching bonuses, we're not talking about other earnings. You know, those other earnings come from the leverage. Whether still stability level, UPP, those things majorly comes from what? Primarily come from what? The leverage. The primary thing, your direct referral bonus is even what even determines what other income will majorly look like. Even though you can actually make money, that's the truth, you can actually make money eventually in the business without recruiting. But trust me, your recruiting capacity will still determine what you will make eventually. He said what he saw in direct referral bonus blew his mind. What it means, he had recruited massively. I can't give you for sure what the figure was. But for me, I sat down with one of my leaders. Let me talk about myself. I sat down, I think, was it last week or last 2 weeks? We talked about the sower of the seed, right? Building your network marketing business with the sower of the seed. So I'm making a reference. If you were not part of that training, building your network marketing business with the sower of the seed, the story of the sower of the seed in the Bible, we made reference to that, and I taught you that it's still a strategy to teach you how to recruit. You can see what the sower of the seed was doing, right? He was busy. And at the end, I concluded it by telling you or reading an excerpt, you know, what I saw from Bill Gates' quote, where he said he showed his opportunity to how many persons? About 1,200, and a couple of persons took a look at it, and you know, I think how many people took a look, or how many people, about 800 or thereabout. At the end of the day, I think 11 persons or thereabout, between 11 to 35 persons, you know, made him the richest man in the world. But he had to go through 1,200 persons eventually to get those 35 persons. You can see that, all right? We'll come to that. It's also one of the level of understanding to know that it's a numbers game. For me, I sat down with one of my leaders one day, and we sat down, we were looking, and he was asking me that, doctor, man, what? And I laughed. I said, go and recruit. Go and recruit. I know how skillful he is when it comes to duplicating, when it comes to leadership and all that. I know he's good. But he has been holding himself back by refusing to what? To recruit. If you don't recruit people, it's not human beings you lead. It's human beings you lead. So you need to get them in. So it's a core skill which you need to have. So I told him, go and recruit. How did you succeed? Some of people have asked me that question. How did you succeed in this business? How did you get to, you know, eventually get to a level where you're able to do this and this and this? Please, somebody tell your neighbor, go and recruit. Some of you come to me and you ask me, man, doctor, this is my downline. In fact, I'm dragging them. If I push them, they will come. Tomorrow they are weak. Next tomorrow they are strong. And in fact, today they are motivated. Tomorrow, please turn again. Tell your neighbor, go and recruit. What are you struggling with people? Because that's the only way you make the business easy. I sat the leader down, and guess what I did just to let him know how serious I am. I log into my DTC. Then I open. There's a part of your DTC that says direct sponsor. If you go to network menu, you see that direct sponsor. And we were counting, I think we counted as at then, that was, the leader is here. I think that should be, I don't think it's last year, maybe last year or last 2 years. I think I've already recruited about 50 something persons. More than 50 something persons. When we calculated the direct sponsor, about 50 something. That is for those I took the sponsorship. The reality is, I actually recruited more than that because there are a couple of them. What I used to do is there are some people I recruit, and I'll use it to support my team member, and I won't take the direct sponsorship. I used to do that there. All right? I've repented. I'm a born again. I used to do it then, but not anymore. I've repented from it. All right? I can support you with it, but I won't give you the sponsorship anymore. All right? That is sin. It's a sin. It's a sin. It's a mortal sin. I don't do it anymore. Okay, that's it. So those of you who know, those of you that knows, you understand what I'm talking about. That's by the way. So as of now, I can't tell you precisely. All right. If I count my direct sponsor, maybe there might be over maybe 80 now. But If you add it to the ones that have lost, maybe over 100. So I can tell you categorically that I've recruited over 100 in the business. Yeah, over 100 in the business. Since I started the business in the last 3 years, I've recruited over 100. So if you are wondering why, well, I've been able to get to maybe the level I am, the truth is, I've just given you one of the secrets. I'm a good recruiter to a good extent. I might not be so perfect, but I think I've done a lot. And I'm still doing. That's the beautiful news. The beautiful news is, in fact, I just even started recruiting again, afresh. Some of the leaders that are around me are aware. So why recruiting? I've given you the reasons. So the idea behind it is, if you want to make it easy, now some of you have recruited 1. Some of you have recruited 2. Since you started this business, you've recruited 2. Some of you, since you started the business, you have recruited 0. You've recruited nothing. Yes. In fact, some of you even have up to like 50 people in your team, 50 downlines. But you personally, you have recruited nothing. And that's why you are still struggling in your business. Because even the 50 people you have in your team, they're all on one leg. Yeah. They do BI. They are all on one leg. And how did you even get that one leg? Your leader supported you with somebody. And still what? Your leader helped you marry a wife. And still had to help you still what? Bear children. That's why you even have that group of 50 people in your team, but you are complaining. My leg is only one leg that is moving. If you check anybody complaining, it's only one leg that is moving. Go and check very well. That person, even that leg, check it. Is not the one that recruited that leg. And I'm serious when I say it's not the one. Even if it's the one that sponsored the leg, it's the one that submitted the contact. Check it. Is his leader that did the call, or is his leader that did the close? If he had the capacity to work, to recruit one person, anything that makes you recruit one person, it means you can recruit 100. The choice is yours. Even if it takes you a painstaking effort to be able to do one, trust me, 100 is possible for you. Most of those people that have this one leg moving, they're not making money, their downline is moving and making money and all that. Guess what? Go and check it very well. Even that leg, many of them, they are not the ones that did that leg that is moving. There's a force behind that leg. And they are not the one. They are not the force behind the leg. There's a different force. There's an extraneous force behind that leg. Maybe the downline just came and decided to learn some things and move. All right. Now you need to recruit. All right. There are 5 levels of understanding. All right, that will make recruiting easy. After this session, my hope and my happiness in advance will be that after this session, you should be able to recruit massively. All right. And please, for the sake of clarity, recruiting is just a portion, is a part of the set of skills which you need to succeed in network marketing. There are how many skills? 7. So what I'm discussing recruiting. I'm not discussing the entire 7 skills. Please take note. All right. Recruiting exclusively will not make you succeed per se. Please take note. Recruiting exclusively alone will not make you succeed entirely in network marketing. All right. But it's the foundation of your success. That's it. So there are other things like, I'll take recruiting as what do you call it? Finding prospect, inviting prospect, and presenting to prospect. These things are recruiting skills. All right. Even the follow-up and close, they are all recruiting skills. All right. They are an element of your recruiting skills. But the others are more of what? Duplication and leadership skills. So let's come to the level of understanding. Are we ready? Yes. Now, the first thing is this. I want you to understand that recruiting itself is a process. Recruiting itself is a process and it's not an event. Please write it down. Recruiting is a process and not an event. All right? It's more of a process than an event. And this is one of the major mistakes a lot of us make. All right? Currently, it's a process, not just an event. Let me help you understand this. Most of you are getting paid now. Some of you that have been in the business for over 6 months now. The money you are making now is just over what you've done in the last 90 days. If you check, if you've been in the business for up to 6 months and your business is looking as if it wants to start picking, the money you are making is a function of what you've done over the last 90 days. Some of you get sign-ups. I'm not approving the fact that sometimes you invite people and they get, signed up. Some of you, the sign-up you got recently was a follow-up. Was someone who promised. And then you follow the person up. And eventually the person is finally signing up now. Am I correct? Yeah, that's it. So it's a process and not just an event. You're currently getting paid for what you did maybe in the last 90 days. And what that also means is what you are going to earn in the next 90 days is already being determined by what you are doing now. What you are doing now is just going to tell me what you are going to be making 3 months from now. Many times what we just struggle to do is we try to bag the elephant. Instantly, we want to just get the sign up. And once they don't sign up, you get discouraged and you feel you are not getting people. You are not getting people and you get very discouraged. What professionals do is that they fill the funnel. They are filling the funnel. Guess what? Because they know that, look, at some point in time, you see, they understand that this is a business of relationship. A lot of you just want to, get people into the business without necessarily even having anything to do with them. And that's one of the mistakes you are making. That's the reason why you are still struggling. You're not recruiting, all right? This is a relationship business, all right? Sometimes it takes some time, all right, for some people. Not everybody. There are some persons, immediately they see the presentation, you book them because of the systems we have. You have contact recommendation, they just come attend the presentation, and then they sign up. But trust me, the portion of people that will always sign up will never be compared to the portion of people that will attend. As much as you compare the portion of people that will attend, will never be up to most times the portion of people that you invited or you prospected. So it's always like that. You will harvest more from your effort. You will harvest more from your effort when you understand the power of what? Keeping relationships. That's it. And that's the reason why many of you are just struggling. You're trying to bag the elephant. Instantly, you want to force the elephant into a bag and you are still struggling. All right. I want you to see, and this is what professionals do. Professionals are farmers. We're farmers because look at it this way. Do you come into your garden or walk into your farm that same day you plant your garden egg or you plant your vegetable or you plant the seed of whatever, you plant your corn, and that same day you want to harvest? Do you come with that mindset? So this is the mindset. The mindset is what? You plant, you're going to do what? You're going, after cultivating, you are going to do some things. You know that there are some things you do. All right. Between seeding and harvesting, you know that there are some things in between. There are sometimes you need to even weed off what? You need to take off the weeds. There are sometimes you need to, what else do you do? You mean there's no farmer here? You apply fertilizer, you do all these things you are doing, you are simply doing what? You are simply, this is the process. You are simply going through the process, all right, between seeding and harvesting. And it's the same thing. If you see people approaching their business in this manner, they find you just find them recruiting, and sometimes you envy them. You're like, it's so easy for them to get people. It's so easy. Why is it so easy for them to get people and it's not so easy for me? Because they understand it's a process, and they understand the importance of relationship, and they keep it and they nurture it. And when harvest comes, it just comes like that. If sometimes the sign up just come and they didn't struggle for it, you are the one struggling. Instantly, you want to force the person to sign up. The person is telling you, I will get back to you. The person is telling you, I'm not interested. This is what Dr. Umar does. Let me tell you what I do. What I do personally is I allow people to recruit themselves. Majorly, that's what I do. It's my strategy. If you don't want to adopt it, that's not a problem. We have systems. The systems are, you can do the bookings, you can, people can come, they can attend. But trust me, I would rather have you when you do the bookings and they attend. Those that sign up, beautiful, congratulations, kudos. But I would rather have you adopt my style, that those who didn't sign up, incubate a relationship with them. Those who will tell you, okay, just give me some time by the end of the month. Some of you, this is what you do. By the end of the month, the person tells you by the end of the month, you disconnect from that person. You just keep the person one side. And you saw this person, or you show the person the opportunity probably in the first week of the month. And then by the end of the month, finally, you are calling the person. And have fun. And you say by the end of the month. The person will reject you politely and tell you, oh, okay, you know, some expenses came up by the end of the following month. Then you call by the end of the following month again. You are once in a month caller because that's why the only reason why you call. Anytime he sees your call by the second month, he won't pick. Why? Because you are never interested in relationship. He knows that he already knows why you are calling him. Did you get what I was saying? That's it. But if you understand it's a process, that sometimes you just give a call, how's everything? Wow, and all that. Sometimes even there might be some things were happening. Maybe there's a car celebration, or maybe there's going to be one kind of event, or you can invite them, get a ticket for them. You are establishing, you're nurturing the relationship. When harvest comes, it comes. When harvest comes, it what? It comes. That is it. This is for people, especially who don't sign up. All right. And that's the first point. Please, is that clear? While I'm giving you, pardon? Yes, building and keeping the relationship. Yes. So the idea, and that's, let me even also give you one thing here. Especially recently, the people that I recruited recently, except for one person. And even the one person, I think is still a part of it because this is a prof, the person in my university, he was my teacher. So it means I already had an established relationship. All right. Even though I have not kept it, it's been a long while we communicated, but I called him and I showed him the opportunity and we got started. But the idea is most of them, in fact, for some of them, let me even tell you what happened. I've actually showed them the opportunity. There was one in my office yesterday. He came into the office and guess what I do? Some of the leaders are aware. If you observe me recently, I'll just take some people and I will be walking through all the offices. You know, that's because these are people I've already known and we've still been friends. Some of you, immediately a person does not sign up, is already your enemy. That's even your problem. You are even the enemy of your progress because the person refused to sign up and then you're already beefing the person. You're already taking it that, okay, now, sure you refuse to sign up. I will show you pepper. My success, I will use it to pepper you. Pepper them. In advance, you're already looking at, you are just struggling and killing yourself for nothing. You should keep this relationship. Because some of them, some of them will even eventually sign up. I mean, they will even eventually see the opportunity vision, not even from you, not even by your follower. Someone else will show them, and because of the relationship you've kept with them, some of you have experienced it whereby you go and run presentation, and the person will tell you, I see it, I've liked it. In fact, this is not the first time I see one of my friends, showed me the opportunity. But you know what? I don't want to join under you. I want to go and join under my friend. If you are a presenter, you would have experienced this if you were presenting. Yes, I presented to someone, the person told me outrightly after seeing the opportunity, he said, my friend in my place of work have been disturbing me about this thing. I'm always time to time, even as I speak. But it's just that the way you're explaining it now, it looks clearer to me. But is there a way I can join the business under you? I mean, is there a way I can join the business now, register the business with you, but I will be under my friend? Can you see the question the man asked me? I know some of you would have said yes. So that you just collect the sign up. But my conscience could not allow me. All right. I just told him, well, I had to tell him the truth. I told him, well, it's about the mentorship here. I want to work with you. I want to mentor you. At the end of the day, when I had to, discipline my conscience because I felt the friend has been doing a good work, has been following, even though he has not been that professional, maybe probably not as skillful as I am. But I have to let the sign up go for the friend. I had to let the sign up deliberately. I just did it. And I told him, okay, well, the idea is not possible because we're in a different team. But what we can do is, I want you to make the choice. Don't forget, you are seeing a person that, I want you to look at it. Where are you more confident? Where do you think you're going to succeed more? All right, the guy said I should give him some time to think about it. When I called him later, he told me sincerely, he can't lie me. He has registered under his friend that he has just paid. But please, I will still mentor him. I just said, okay, no problem, I'll mentor you. But after that day, if he calls me, I'll just see the call, tell him, I'll just send me a message. That's the only thing I'll just tell him. You understand what? Oh, you don't get it, right? Just forget it. Let's move to the next point. All right, so let's move to point number 2, another level of understanding. These are the things that will make recruiting easy for you. All right. Now, don't prejudge, right? I know some of you have heard this. So you can segment, but don't prejudge. Segmentation is allowed, but avoid prejudging. Okay. Do not prejudge. In bracket, you can put it, you can segment. Segmentation is allowed, but don't prejudge. I know, you see, this thing sounds somehow, it sounds very logical, All right, you make a contact list of people you think will be interested in your business, people you think, will do the business. Some of your downlines, when they sign into the business, you tell them to make it, they'll tell you, okay, I'm making a list of those people I am sure that will do it. I think you've heard statements like this. It's rubbish. The guy is just saying rubbish. You understand? He's just logically stupid. That's the truth. It's the truth. He just thinks he's using his rationality, but it doesn't work in network marketing. That's it. What works is segmentation. Prejudging, even the best of people will always tell you this. And it's the same thing for me. When I started this business, most of the leaders I have today in my business, they are not even from people that I even thought will even do this business. Like this. He's here, he knows. That's the reason why I even left him for more than 6 months. I was in the business for 6 months, and we know each other. We are always interacting. And I refuse deliberately. So I've done that prejudging thing. You assume people, and they eventually become the best in your business. He's one of them. I remember the day Accountant Salis told me, so doctor, you mean you've been in this business for how long like this? You mean you never showed me? And we used to always be together. Anytime I'm on holiday, from work, we are together. But I refuse to show them the business. Deliberately, I refuse. For a couple of reasons. Actually, why I didn't show Accountant Salis was because I felt he's a poor man. He can't do this. That's the reason why I didn't show him. Sincerely, he's here, he's seated. I thought he's a poor man because he's as a guy. I beg this one. I was only focusing on the big people. But you know where I learned the lesson in the hard way? Look at how I learned the lesson in the hard way. He's not a poor man anymore. He's one of our millionaires for information. The reason why, look at how I learned the lesson in the hard way. One of the way I learned my lesson is eventually there were some, I ran out of the in quote, qualified people. The people I qualified, I ran out, the list finished, and they didn't sign it. That's why, so some of you want to learn it the same way I learned it. So all the people I was believing in, I'm believing in. I know this guy. Some of you, they come there, I know this guy, doctor. They are my people. I know this guy. If he sees it, they are using their brain to calculate. All the people of such that I know, they finished, they didn't sign up. So then you now go back now. You now go back. And now when that's when I now start going back to those people I didn't believe in. The poor men. And guess what? I now look at, to the extent I started going, there was a man that was supplying my wife Pampers. And I never wanted to recruit him. At the end of the day, I just went and recruited him. And immediately saw the business, he did one account and upgraded it to 3 accounts. Can you imagine? So now I saw this business. And I've been warned though. They were warning me, I was not listening. Thinking that I know my people. I know my people. I know my people. That's what will keep some of you 6 months. You are still struggling with it. I'm telling you. You have heard this word, don't prejudge, don't prejudge. Some of you don't understand it. Yeah, it's not those people you are thinking. Don't prejudge. Segmentation simply means you know that you are going to approach everybody. You're going to approach what? Everybody. It is everybody. Yes. The only people I don't approach, please take note, are those when you make me mad. When I don't even want you to join, I don't even want to work with you. Ordinarily, it's my choice. You made me mad and I don't want to work with you. Guess what? That is my choice. All right, because I'm not trying to get people in, rather I'm enrolling people. So if I know that I don't even like you, I don't even want to work with you. I won't even. So what you are doing, you are sharing the opportunity and leaving people to make their choice. You are helping them make the decision, right? That is it. So it sounds great to make a list of people that are interested, but most times it's just rubbish. All right, that is it. So you're sharing the opportunity and allow them to make the choice, whether they accept or reject, but you're helping them make the decision using the skills, your follow-up and closing skills, right? And also understand it. Sometimes it's not the listed people, it's not the people that you listed in the contact that really matters. It's not the people you listed in the contact that really matters. Sometimes the people they will lead you to is another thing. So you might see, you might just see this guy, the guy is poor, the guy is looking broke, the guy is he not that Okada man, or is he not that driver, that one that is even driving that, blah, blah, blah. That's what you think. But at the end of the day, you don't know the people what he knows. He has access to people that you need. All right. And that's it. And that's why everyone needs to know. All right. Everyone needs to know about the opportunity because they will connect you or they will lead you to people that will connect. They will connect or they will lead you to people that will connect. They will connect or they will lead you to people that will connect. And that's the reason why There's room for BAI now. You know BAI. So once they come in, they attend the presentation. All right. And then you close them, help them make decision. And even if they are not making the decision, guess what? I mean, maybe they don't have the capacity. They can lead you to people who have the capacity. That's it. And then also understand that you are actually what? You are not selling. All right. You are not recruiting. And that's the mindset. You're not selling, you're not recruiting, you're simply sharing your opportunity. That's the mindset we imbibe. You're not sharing, you're not just recruiting. So that's the difference between trying to get people and enrolling people. They are two different things. Trying to get people and enrolling people. All right. The difference between professionals and amateurs is amateurs, you know, hunt. Amateurs get people. Amateurs, you know, try to bag the elephant and all that. But professionals just sort. All right. So please take note of that. Amateurs convince, professionals sort. You can put it that way so that you can always remember. Amateurs convince, but professionals do what? It's like you didn't hear it. Amateurs convince, but professionals do what? You sort. You are just looking for those people that what? The people you need. There are people you need. It's not everybody you need. Please take note. You are sharing the opportunity for everybody does not mean you need everybody. It's not everybody you actually need. All right. You are sharing the opportunity for everybody, but you don't need everybody. All right. Now, let's go to the third point, third level of understanding. Third level of understanding is you need to know that it's a numbers game. All right. Understand it's a numbers game and have peace so that you have rest of mind. All right. So that you have rest of mind. This is what I mean by when I told you stop trying to bag the elephant. All right. Jim Rohn said something. He said, make up in numbers what you lack in skill. If a person is doing so well in skill, you can still beat the person. It doesn't matter whether you're starting the business today. A person can be so good to an extent that he can actually what? He can actually, you know, what do you call it? He has the capacity. Hello? Are we together? Please follow me carefully. A person can have the capacity to invite, let's say for every 10 persons he invites, he can sign in 9 of them. Each time he invites 10 persons, he will sign in 9 persons. All right. Each time he prospects 10 persons, he will get 9 of them. You can still beat the person. That time he's talking to 10 persons, you can use it to talk to 100 persons. You can talk to 100 persons. Maybe if each time you talk to a 10 person, you get 1. He talks to 10 and he gets 9. You still beat the person if you talk to 100 persons, because for every 10 you're getting 1. It means when you talk to 100, you can get how many? 10. You're getting 10 when he's getting 9, which means you can still beat the person. Make up in numbers what you lack in skill. My advice to those of you that are starting the business, those of you that are not as skillful, those of you, some will say, oh, the reason why I'm not getting the sign-ups is because I've not gotten the result. No, the reason is because you're not going through the numbers. Even if you don't have the result, guess what? You feel that the other person is recruiting you because he has the result. Trust me, you can still beat that person. Go for more numbers. Go for more numbers. The person is booking 10. You book more than that. So that while the person is getting the number, you are getting more times that number. That is it. So understand that that's one aspect of number 3. We say number 3, understand, is a numbers game, right? Good. The second aspect of the same number 3 is this, is third-party tools work better. All right, so that we can address this. You know, it's because I don't have result and all that. No, third-party tools work better. Third party works better than first party. Both of them works. More recently, I do a lot of first party. All right, I do first party. Pardon? Good. You did first party. It can work. First party works, but third party works better. What's the difference between first party and third party? All right, third party. First party means you are the one trying to talk to the person, to show the person the opportunity and get the person into the business. It works more for people who already have the result or people who have the skill and who know how to do it very well. All right. But third party is a situation whereby you are what? You are using something else. You are just inviting the person maybe to watch a video. You are inviting the person to what? To meet your offline. You are inviting the person to come to the office. You are inviting the person to come to Zoom. All right. You are the first party, all right? He is the second party, and of course, that's the person you are prospecting. The third party is the tool or the person or whoever that is not you, that is not me, that's going to make him understand the business. Anything else can be a third party. So it can be the presentation. The timetable of our offices are there. It is better to get them to work. You can use the non-recommendation. You can use the contact recommendation. You can use even the IPI. The IPI is still a third party. Take note. All right, whereby you get them to see the opportunity from someone else who has more results, someone else who has more skills, someone else who is probably better than you. And even if you have the skill, all right, sometimes third party do better. As skillful as I can be in recruiting, sometimes what I do, in fact, many times what I still do is I will invite a person. Even till yesterday, I did it. Those of you that are present, you are aware. I invited someone. I could have sat the person down and ran the presentation, showed the person all my successes, but I didn't have to do that. All right. I even rather even tell them, come and sit down. The person listening to the presentation. And after the presentation, I said, I'm sure what you saw is amazing. And I started closing the person. Eventually, I told the person, I said, even the person that just did the presentation is a student of mine. If you are willing to work, to get started in this business, I can train you. You can even become better than him. So are you ready? Let's get you started. And eventually he felt interested, even though he had other limitations. But it was better for me because I want to take the pressure. You want to take the pressure off yourself. You don't just want to be the one that is always running the presentation and doing it and all that. You can take the pressure off and someone do the work for you. All right. So third party works even better than first party. All right. That's the second part of number 3. The third part of number 3, are we together? Now, it is better for you to say less to more people. Say less to more people. All right. So that you can meet the choosing one faster. So say less to more people. For me, I would rather prefer you spend 3 minutes. 3 minutes with 10 people each than to spend 30 minutes with one person. Please know the difference. These are all part of number 3. Remember, it's a numbers game. We're talking about the numbers here. It is better you say less to more people. It is better you say, I rather spend 3 minutes, 5 minutes to 10 people than spend 50 minutes with one person. And that's what some of you do. You spend all the time with one person trying to convince and convince and convince and convince and convince. The person is telling you, I'm not interested. Oh, I know they do. And you're telling the person, man, and you are talking and talking. You are trying to force the person to do the business. The person says not interested. I'll tell you how to approach that in the next point. I would rather go through the numbers. 1, 2, 3. There are 10 people waiting for me, and this one is saying is not interested, and others are waiting, and you are trying to work. Do you want to sign the whole 10 persons at once? Spend less time with people. Less time here means spend more time. All right, go through the numbers as fast as possible. It's far better, sincerely. So some of you are worried. The one person you prospected that gave you rejection, you are still there. You are meditating over that rejection. For 2 days, you refuse to book because somebody told you something that angered you. Time you would have used to have even met like 20 more persons. Please, are you learning something? Yes. Because these are the things that have been holding most of you back. You are worried. There's that your friend. You have been, doctor. Somebody came to my doctor. There's this guy. Each time they just come, before they even talk, I already know where they are going. There is this guy. Who is the guy? Who is he? Who is he? The person says not interested. I know they do. You want to force the person. It's like you want to marry a woman does not love you. That's the worst thing you ever do. Forget about these things. Movies are just deceiving you, and they are deceiving you in Nigeria that you can die for love. And if the person does not love you, you can do like this and do like this and do like this. When the person sees that you are killing yourself, you'll find out. It doesn't work. See, if you don't like you, move to the next. Next. Put the person in perspective. There are ways we do it. I will bring that more in the next point. 6-month rule, 3-month rule. Some of them, you are just struggling and punishing yourself because they are not ripe for it. The person just got a pay raise in his job. They just raised the salary or he's new in his employment and the thing is shaking. You are telling him to come and do network marketing. You are just struggling. Leave this person. By the time they start threatening him in his work, maybe they employ another boss that is trying to decrease his salary and all that. He will be the one looking for you. When you meet the person that time, you will not talk much. You will sign up. And you don't get worried because you know you are playing the numbers. Please, are you learning something? Please, this is very, very important. Say more. Say less to more people. Spend 3 minutes with 10 persons than spending 30 minutes with one person. That is, you have the choice. So that you can be the choosing one. You are actually sorting, and that's what professionals do. I will repeat it again. Amateurs convince. Professionals sort. There are people you are looking for. You are looking for those people of like mind, people that are willing. Some of them might not come with the same level of level of willingness. Some of them might just catch the vision, you know, and all that. They have this level of interest. And then from the way you work with them, from the way they see your relationship with them, and they see your trust and all that thing, it makes them fire up and they begin to do more. Some of them are not like that. From day one, immediately they saw the opportunity. There are some people like that. Immediately they saw the opportunity, they're telling you, in fact, sir, I have seen my future here. Sometimes what they'll tell you that, look, this is this business, I want to do it. Some of them don't, they might not even have money. Some of them have payment, they are part payment. They are begging with part of the money. I don't have the complete money. Please, can I just deposit this one? Let me go and look for the balance. This business, I want to do it. I'm taking it to the moon. They are busy begging you. You are pursuing one of your uncle that is telling you, please call me back. Because you feel that your uncle will do 31 accounts. Somebody is there crying before you and telling you that he wants to do the business. This is how people lose leaders. So understand it very, very, very well, so that you will know peace, so that you have peace of mind. These are the things that I do. I'm just telling you what I do. All right. So that you not struggle, you start struggling unnecessarily. That's point number 3. Let's go to number 4. Point number 4. All right. The fourth level of understanding, so that this recruiting thing can be easy for you. All right. The fourth level of understanding is understand that the fortune is in what? It's not follow-up. The fortune is in immediate follow-up. Immediate follow-up. You reap more harvest from immediate follow-up than just mere following up. That's it. All right. That is it. Because you need a sense of urgency. You need to have, as much as we tell you, you know, be diplomatic, you need a sense of urgency. When is the best time to strike the iron? It's when it's hot. That's what the blacksmith does. You want to get them engaged. You want to get them involved. When you want to get them at that point when their emotions are still involved, when the vision is still right, the vision is still clear. They just saw the opportunity, and you are trying to do the close. You're trying to get them, or maybe as at that time where you contact them, oh, it's been a long time. How's everything? Man, there's this thing I'm excited about. There's this organization I'm in contact with, and they launched a project, and I want to share this opportunity with you. I want you to go take a look at it. It's a big vision I have. If I will do, these are statements to you. If I send it to you, do you know if I will do is an immediate follow-up? If I will do, it's not like, okay, I will send you the video. When you are done, get back to me. No. When you are done, get back to me. 1 year, you will not get back to me after watching it. If I send it to you, if I send you this video, if I give you this link, they are having a Zoom meeting later in the night. If I give you this link, are you assuring me that you join that meeting tonight? And most times, this is a kind of is a question that what usually brings a yes answer. If I do this, will you? If I send you the video, if I make a reservation for you to be part of the people that will be in the office, that will be visiting the office today, are you assuring me that you'll not waste my time, that you'll be there? If I will do, so immediate follow-up, so that immediately they give you their commitment. Yes, I will. And then you send the video. What happens? It means you can easily what? Reach them by, okay, no problem. I'll be calling you back. It's a 30 minutes video, or it's a 1 hour video. In the next latest, maybe 2 hours, I'll call you. By then, it should have been done, right? You say, yes, okay, good. Immediately, the person, that time is allowed. Go back to that person, follow up, and tell them, okay, now has everything. There's a system I use in following up. It's the same thing you've learned from a report. All right, that is it. So, there are many things people use, many things. You're trying to talk here, talk there, talk there. Let's make it simple. All right. Hello, how's everything? Let's assume this person I'm even recruiting, trying to recruit, or I'm trying to work, enroll into my business. Is a friend I'm familiar with. How's everything? Hello, Mr. Salis, how's everything? Say, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. Did you make out time? I hope you made out time to go through that as you agree. Did you get it? So when they tell you yes, oh wow, then you go ahead to close. Which part of it did you like the most? Which part strike your interest the most? Is it the business? Is it the opportunity? I mean, is it the product? Is it the opportunity, or is it both? It's a 3-option answer. They will pick one. Whichever one they pick is okay, and then you move ahead. Okay, let's get you started. I've done trainings like this. So I will give you another reference. The reference is, if you want to know how to close, you want to know how to follow up. I've done a couple of videos on this. You can reference Reputing videos. You can reference Matt Morris. Matt Morris is is a legend, and many other people who have done good works on this. All right. I also did some videos, which is also founded on some of what I've learned, and not just learned from my mentors. I've done it, and it has worked for me. All right. So you can do that. That's why I encourage you, go and what? Ensure you go through those videos, all right, on the YouTube channel, whether for Matt Morris, whether for Reputing, whether for be it. Go and master the art of close, all right? And some of them, we've had situations like this. I don't know how many of you have experienced things like this. I'm not interested. I don't think I'm not caught up for this. All right. See, there are three approaches to this. How do you approach this? When a person tells you they're not interested, there are three approaches. All right. You have make your choice. I will tell you the one I do most times. When a person tells me they're not interested, I'll tell you the three options. And I'll tell you the one I use most times. All right. You have the choice. Use anyone you like. Now, the first approach is you can decide to inquire why they are not interested and take the conversation to another new level. It's your choice. That's one option. The second option is you can request for leave. Oh, wow. Okay. That means you didn't see the vision. Okay. Okay, that's understandable. But I'm sure there are people who can work, who will be caught up for this. So can you just let me know some of those people? You request for leads. Did you get what I'm saying? That's the second option. There's a third option. The third option is to understand that no does not mean never. It means what? Not now. All right. So the third option is you can simply what? Apply maybe the 3-month rule, the 6-month rule, because some of them, that time you are prospecting them, you would know when you take the conversation sometimes to another level, you will determine, you will detect to know whether they're in their 12 o'clock or whether they're in their 3 o'clock, or whether they are between 3 to 6 o'clock or between 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Those of you that have watched recorded videos, you understand what I'm talking about, okay? That is it. So you would know. If once you discover that they are between 1 to 3 o'clock, what do? And they are not willing to accept the opportunity at that moment, you simply what? You keep them aside, but keep the relationship, keep them in perspective. Sometimes you can ask them, this is what I do. I'll tell you, okay, no problem. I hope you don't mind I keep you on check. I can always reach out to you, maybe give you updates. Are you okay with that? I hope you don't mind that. They'll always tell you, no problem, no problem. It means I've still what? Created a window for myself. A time comes, I can just call the person. It's always easy. That's the reason why somebody came to my office and signed up. I took the person around the offices and eventually he signed up. And people were just surprised. I gave the person the opportunity. He saw it 2019. In fact, most of the people that I'm even prospecting now, people that saw the opportunity 2019, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. One of them came yesterday and they've been coming time to time. You're always seeing them, they are coming around. So I'll just come. Man, it's been a long time. It's been quite a while. Do you know these are opportunities I showed you back then? I told you, this is. Then by now you'd have gone far. All right. Can we have a meeting? Let's just have it. They come, I'll show them what the success is like. What it was like. They know the picture of what it was like, and they see the difference now. And some of them will start feeling bad. Oh, if I had known, I would have joined it then. And because of that, eventually I'll tell them, look, the best time to plant an Iroko tree was 20 years ago. Since you missed it, do you want to miss it again, or let's get you started? And some of them start. Some of them will still procrastinate. And guess what? We will still always revisit them because I always ask them, oh, no problem. Do you mind I keep you in check? They always tell me yes. Because the fact that you didn't sign in my business does not mean we are quarreling. Are we quarreling? No. Of course, no. All right. So understand it. It's still all about the relationship business. All right. So take note of that. So the idea is, one of the things I do is I never take people's name off my list. I don't delete numbers. Never. If you see me delete a number, it means that person has truly offended me. I've not even done that. I can't remember ever going to my phone for the last many years, going to my phone, trying to delete a number. The phone is not complaining. Now, why am I complaining? So there are some numbers there. I don't even know the people. They are just there. I met them by coincidence. The numbers are there. Some of you, what you do is you just look, all these people, they are not calling me. Some of these motivations, you just hear something to tell you that all those people that are not benefiting you, cut them out of your life. Go and do it and see how you regret it when it comes to the world of business. Keep those contacts, even if you don't know, even if they are not benefiting you. They are not benefiting you now, does not mean they will not benefit you later. That is it. I don't ever take anybody off my list, except maybe they make me mad. But for the last many years, I've never done that. All right. So understand the difference between getting people into your business, just like I used to do, versus letting people into your business. You're getting people into your business. You are letting people into your business. Amateurs get people, strive to get people into the business. All right. But professionals let people into their business. If you don't like the person, you decide, no, this one I will not. You allow them. So anybody signing into your business, it's because you choose. Because most time people try to get people. That's why you're always begging. Please now, support my ministry now. At least now, just even if it's one account, just sign one account because you are trying to get them into your business. But I let them into my business. In fact, they are the ones even telling me sometimes I give them BAI. When I see that the situation is critical for them, that's why we give them BI. BI means you are doing what? Are you getting them or you're letting them? You're letting them into the business, all right? And the final level of understanding, which you need to imbibe, all right, is please work with the willing. Work with those that are willing. Just write it. Work with the willing, all right? So that you will not, some of you don't even understand this business yet. Work with the what? The willing. Some of you are trapped in the Messiah complex. You want to be the next Messiah. You want to force somebody that don't want to succeed. You want to force the person to succeed. Is that what you want to do? Trust me, it doesn't work in this business because I've tried it. I've tried it. I've tried it. Sincerely, it didn't work. I won't even allow you to try it. Maybe some of you say, you tried it, it didn't work. Let me try it too. Well, sincerely, don't even try it. Work with the willing. Sort and work with those who are willing. It makes your business so easy. That's why you are recruiting. That's why you are going through the numbers. There are people you're going to see. See, there are some people that are just going to sign into your business. They have their agenda. When they sign into the business, they are only interested in the product. If you see that that's their point of interest, and you have tried your best to get them to see the business aspect, and they are not interested in the business, or they are interested in the product, what do? Please allow them. Let the 30 do their 30, let the 60 do their 60, and let the 100 do their 100. That's how it works. This product they are interested in, please keep getting the product for them. They're interested, they like the product. Why do you want to force them to do business? You have attempted it once, they have attempted it twice. Some of you pressure them so much that they stop even the product. I beg, I don't want the product again. Because you are trying to force people. Work with the willing, those that are willing. That's how this, because the way it works is this. Some people will do this business. You know the SW rule. Do you know the SW rule? All right. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting. That's the SW rule. So some people will see the business and they like it. Wow, I'm interested. And they connect with the business. Some won't. Not interested. So what's your business? Why are you troubling yourself? So what? Someone else is waiting. If the person is not interested and that person is waiting. But when you now try to work with people that are not ready, they are not willing, you end up in what we call the Messiah complex. That's what gets people into the Messiah complex. The Messiah complex is a type of management trap, but it's very specific in its own, whereby you are trying to save somebody. Look, I want this guy to sign up. You know, it's my relative. So what? So what? Must he sign into your business? The answer is no. If he signs in, the most important thing, be skillful enough. Imbibe the skills, do the needful, all right? And then you leave people. That's, you're going through the numbers. Understand this. You're going through the numbers. See, hello? Hello? No. Are you tired? No. Should we end the session? No. Or are you sober? Is it that maybe you are realizing your mistake? It's like some of you are realizing, I'm saying things that the mistakes you've been making. You are realizing it's a good point, it's a point of realization so that you do the right thing henceforth. So that you do the right thing henceforth. Stop trying to bag one that your uncle that you think is rich. The time you are trying to make him, to force him to come and do 31 account, you would have gotten 31 people that will do one account. Why are you punishing yourself? All right. So understand it. It's easier to run with 1,000 persons than to carry one dead body. It's easier to run with 1,000 people that are willing, 1,000 willing persons, than to try to what? To carry one dead body that is not willing. Even when you're even working with your team members, it's the truth. It's easier to work with those that are willing, all right? Please, to give birth and to resurrect the dead, which one is easier? To born picking and to resurrect person who don't die, which one is easy pass? To give birth. It's easier to give birth to a child than to resurrect the dead. Some of you, that's you have one downline. The downline is going here, you are dragging, he's dragging, you're dragging. One came, I'm trying my best, Oh, my downline. In fact, I've tried everything. I gave him airtime. I even dashed him, I even bought flyers for him. I even did this for him. I did this, I ran home run for him. Go and recruit. Go and recruit. That's just it. Because you are just troubling, you are forcing, you are a dead child, you are forcing, you want to resurrect the dead. Come on, you just leave and go and give birth to another child. You are just. That's why some of you have dragged your business. 6 months in the business, you are still struggling with 2 downlines. Say, no, I want to duplicate them. I want to duplicate them. Well done. Master duplicator. Well done. Who told you that if you recruit 100 people, you cannot duplicate them? You know, they say it's duplication. I see dual income. You want to force 2 people. One on the left, one on the right. Angel Michael, Angel Gabriel, so that you recruit and I mean, so that they will just start, you go and, no. The idea is, McKenna told you in your first year network marketing, go wide fast. Go wide fast. You have 3 accounts, it means you have 4 legs. 4 legs. Sharp, sharp. Go and get 4 people and put in those legs. If you have 7 accounts, it means you have how many legs? It means you have 8 legs. 8 legs. There can be 8 giants in different places. Quickly put 8 people. If you put 8 people, and out of those 8 people, all 8 will not be what? So that you just fish out the 8 that will move. From the 8 that will move. Maybe 1 of them or 2 of them moves from the 8. What do? Get another set of 8 and fill those ones that are not moving and even support them. Sometimes when you recruit and even support them, they'll wake up. Some of you are even the enemy of the progress of your team members. You are waiting for support for your upline instead of you to be the source of support for your downline. In my upline, since I started this, he has not put anybody under me. He has not supported me. Who have you supported? Who did you support? Who did you support? He didn't support me. He's just getting started. He's not putting them under me. Well done. Well done. You are just the ones holding your business. If you put the person under and he will still die, right? Now, so understand it. Understand it. The principle in the business is don't look back unless you know you want to go back. Any direction you want to go, that's where you should look. Where do you want to go, front or back? Please look forward, please. All right. Understand the principle. Life support. All right. So just understand this generally as a principle that you are going through the numbers, you are following up. All right. You are locking up arms. You are sealing deals. All right. You are working with the willing. You are working with those. You are working W-O-R-K with the willing. You are walking W-A-L-K with those that want to walk. And you are running with the runners, with those that want to run. That's the principle of the business. And those are the basic level of understanding, all right, to help you become a recruiting mastery. Please, have you gotten value today? Did you learn something? After today, if you observe, I didn't talk about so much about the systems and all. The systems are there. So it now depends on what are you willing to do. Do you still want to stay and be crying over one downline, 2 downline, or waiting for support from your upline? No, you should be the one. See, there are some, you have 2 downlines. They are not moving, and you are still forcing yourself to duplicate them, master duplicator. What you just simply do, some of your downlines, those 2 downlines, if you go and recruit and put it under them, sometimes it inspires them, and they become even more willing. The book they refuse to read, you force them, they will start reading it. Do you realize that? So you should be the one taking charge, not the one waiting for somebody to come and put somebody on that. Have the mindset of what? Of being a driver than being a passenger, like the mastermind said. All right? Because this is your vehicle to financial freedom, isn't it? Yes, your vehicle to financial freedom, and you choose whether to be a passenger and be driven anywhere they drive you, or you decide to be the what? Or decide to be the... Some are not even in the bus. They are even shouting for passenger. They ask the all right? You choose whether to be the driver or you be the passenger. All right? So take note. All right. So let me run through the 8 this thing. Like I told you, once you understand this, you have this level of understanding, then these techniques are things you can bear in mind. So I'm not going to explain these techniques. It should be self-explanatory, given the level of understanding which I've been able to put up. All right. So number 1. All right. These are the techniques. Number 1. Number 1. Let's number them. Number 1. Make a decision. Decide today that you're going to recruit. So you need to decide today that you're going to be the one that will be supporting people. You're going to be the one that will go through the numbers. You're going to be the one that will what? That will go through it. Don't write everything. Just make a decision is what I'm saying. I mean, decide. All right. Don't write everything I'm saying. All right. You're the one that you make a strong decision that, look, I want to get 10 people into my business in the next 10 days. I want to get 20 people into my business in the next 1 month. I want to recruit 18 people so that I can qualify for the Jordan vacation. I want to do this. So you decide. And when you decide, what tells you that you've decided is what? Your willingness to do what it takes. All right. It's not just that I have decided and tomorrow you, like a deflated tire, you are going back to sleep. All right. So number 2, all right, develop a recruiting mindset. And this is the evidence that you have actually what decided. A recruiting mindset, not a supportive, not a mindset that demands support. Look, I will do this. I need 10 people in my business. I need 10 people in my business between now and before the month runs out. That's a recruiting mindset. A recruiting mindset is a mindset that makes friends. That's number 3. Make friends. Number 3, make friends. Making friends here does not mean everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, or you become friends to everybody, or it means everybody you make a friend with, you must prospect them. That's not the point. The reality is, if you check successful people in this business, they have this very open nature. All right, they have this kind of open nature. You're sharing the opportunity. Those who make the choice will make the choice. Remember, that's what we said already, right? So that's it. So the idea is not everybody you become a friend with will sign into your business, but the more friends you have, the better for you. When you have a recruiting mindset and you're making friends, look at what happens. Everybody that comes your way becomes a prospect. Everybody that comes your way becomes a prospect. That's where you know whether you have the right mindset. Because some of you came from a distance. You came from Zuba. You came from Suleja. And guess what? You were seated with 3 people in the vehicle. They were discussing football. They were discussing Champions League final. They were discussing how people bought from for 100 million naira ASU strike. They talked about everything in that bus. But guess what? You were keeping silent. You were keeping silent. Or you even follow them and talk everything too. You were talking about how you were contributing in the discussion, but you could not take even a number of one person. And you came down from the bus. After you came down from the vehicle, where you had 4 people, driver is there, everybody. They were talking about politics and everything. You were even talking, following them and talking the politics. You came down, you attended this training, or you came, and then you sat down. At the end of the day, you are expecting your leader to support you people, and you left people. Is God not even watching you? God is watching you. Did you get what I'm saying? That's the point. The idea is this: it takes nothing to get the number of a person. It's the easiest thing ever. Once you compliment them, you can get their number. Number 4, develop positive daily habits. Positive daily habits means have a mindset. It's still, of course, it's still from a positive mindset. All right. So develop positive daily habits. See, positive daily habits that can help you recruit. For example, I do a lot of things. Sometimes I don't actively go sometimes to say, okay, let me just go and recruit. For me, it's a process. Let me give you some examples, like 1 or 2 examples of positive daily habits. I go through WhatsApp statuses. It's one thing I'm very good at. All right. I just go there. On WhatsApp, there's what they call status. We all know status. Good. Please, is there anybody that doesn't know status on WhatsApp? Let me not assume everybody knows. Please, if you don't know, please raise up your hand. Let me show you. Please raise up your hand, because I don't want to assume you know. If you know you are using WhatsApp and you don't know status, please raise your hand up. Everybody knows it. If you don't know it and you kept silent, you cheated yourself. All right. All right, but let me still show you so that you know. When you open your WhatsApp like this, there is chat. You see status and you see calls. Status. You see people are uploading. Social media, fake life. Everybody is uploading their fake life. All right. Everybody is telling you some of the things they are and they're the ones that they are not. Whether it's fake life, whether it's real life, all you need to do sometimes is just make a comment. Just make a comment. Just give them a thumbs up. Some people will what? Just show how they, their last dinner, their last whatever. It will look like every day they are eating dinner, even when sometimes there's no food at home. But they will not post the one when there was no food at home. So when they show you the dinner, what do? You go, give them a thumbs up, make a comment. Did you understand what I'm saying? It's a daily habit. Some of you will just end up watching the status, waste your time watching all the status and watching the status, catching fun and the joke. When they crack the joke, if the joke suits you, what do? You can put an emoji of what? Of laughing. When I laugh at people's joke, trust me, I'm actually not laughing. Just tell you the truth. I laugh at people's joke a lot, but I'm actually not laughing. I'm actually building a relationship. But I don't really have time for all those jokes. But whenever they just listen, sometimes let me tell you, I put the emoji laughs, but I don't laugh. And whenever I just put the emoji and they see the emoji laugh, they too, they laugh and we start chatting. These are positive daily habits for your business. Did you understand what I'm saying? Another example of a positive daily habit. In any social media arm, you can do this, whichever. I'm not a fan of Facebook and all that much. I don't do that much, but I do a lot of. You find me always on WhatsApp. All right. If you're looking for me, if you see me lost, just go and open me on WhatsApp. You see me. All right. So I'm very much on WhatsApp. But the idea is those positive daily habits will get you closer. Another example of positive daily habits is, when I go to, let's say, a restaurant, or maybe I take my family for an outing, or as the case may be, all right? It's just something that I do. I use the opportunity to make friends. I just interact. Somebody gives me a good service, I compliment you, all right? So I just know it's a process, and when harvest comes, it comes. That's it. So take note of that. Another technique, again, is that's number what now? Number 5, always be prepared, all right? There are some persons that will see opportunity. I mean, some persons you're going to meet, so always be prepared, write it there. So some persons you're just going to meet them, and at that point in time, that's just the time to strike. Some of them will just tell you, okay, maybe just okay, there's something I'm working on and all. Oh, okay, can I have a look at it? Some will tell you, okay, can we create a time so that I can give you the details. No, I'm okay now. I'm okay. I'm free now. Did you get the logic? Oh no, I'm free now. I'm just on my sabbatical. I'm on my vacation. I'm free. Just let me know what it is. I'm ready. All right. Maybe you are talking on phone, but you are not prepared, and you start telling the person story. Okay, what will happen is it's gone. Be prepared. Or some you are with them and you're telling them there's something. Can we have a time so that we can meet in the office so that I can show you something? No, just show me now. I'm ready. In fact, I'm very free now. I'm not going anywhere. And you start blabbing. You start stammering. Why? Because you are not prepared. You should have the video presentation in your phone, not just the link. The link is good for sending for distant people, but the video, the raw video. The person says, "I'm ready now. Can I see it? Can you just tell me what it is?" Okay, you know what? What will happen is I have a short video that explains everything. I don't just want to start talking a bit around the bush. So I'll give you the video. Can you just watch it quickly so that we can interact? Let's know what your take on it is. Okay, no problem. Let me have it. Zender. You Zender it. Always be prepared. Oh, I would have sent it to you. I don't have data. You should have data. Always be prepared. Did you get what we're saying here? Always be prepared, because some of them want to see your opportunity on the go. And always be prepared. Have the presentation skill if you're due for it. But even if you don't have the presentation skill, then have the tools that can help you. All right. Everybody must not be a presenter before you become successful. But if you are, you have an advantage, you have an edge. All right. That is it. Number what? Number 6, know how to tell stories. All right. Telling good stories is also going to help you when you recruit. All right. In follow-up, in close, tell good stories. I am sure if you listen very well, if you understood it, 5 level of understanding, you should know where this fits in. All right. Number 7, learn how to listen and ask questions. All right. Learn how to listen and ask questions. Listening here. Sometimes the mistake we make is most times we just want to share our opportunity. We want to tell the prospect what is in our mind. We just want to tell them about our opportunity, and that's it. And they are trying to tell you something. There's something they are trying to tell you which would have given a connection between you and them. But you're not willing to listen, and you lose them the more. Number 8, be enthusiastic. All right. Be glad, be happy, be excited. Be excited, be happy for what you do. Come on, think of it. Have you thought about what you do to make money compared to what people do to make money? Think deeply about it. Some of you don't realize it. Imagine what you do to make money. Imagine the possibilities for residual income. So be enthusiastic about it. Enthusiasm is contagious. All right. Excitement is contagious. All right. When you are excited, you see that you create a positive aura around you. Your environment becomes positive. When you meet people and you smile, they smile at you. When you meet and you frown, they frown. That's how it is. When you show excitement, you push excitement into them by thunder, even when they are not even willing to be excited, just because they see your smile. Wow. Some of you know the idea of, man, there's one business I'm doing. I don't know whether you like it. Versus, wow, hello, how's everything, bro? Man, in fact, I'm so happy. Glad news, good news, bro. And what's that? Man, in fact, this is that time you told me that you are tired of your job and you're looking for something. Were you serious about it or you're joking? You said, I'm serious, honestly. This is my boss, one kill me. Man, I just find something which I think is the solution to it. Can you meet me over in my place so that I'm very excited about this thing. Did you see the spirit? Have this kind of positive spirit, not the one that you are. Number what? Yeah. Number 9. All right, have big dreams, but work with a target. Big dreams. You want to become a millionaire. You want to buy a car. You want to do this. You want to do that. You want to change the life of people. You want to do all that. These are big dreams. Have them. But more importantly, work with what? Specific or tangible targets. For example, what is the current major target at the moment? The JTQ. That's a target. So do everything, all right, to qualify for it. Work with specific targets. Some of you have income targets. You want to make $1 million. You want to make 100,000. You want to make whatever you want to make, all right? But know what you want to do. Work with a target. Let's talk about recruiting here. The recruiting here is the work with a target. My target is to see that between now and the end of this month, I want to have 10 new persons into my business. It's a target set. And when you are actually sincere with your target, guess what? You leave your comfort zone. All right? I think that's it, right?
Yes.
Have you gotten value today?
Yes.
I appreciate every single one of you. All right? But the idea is this. Blessed are those that do the work than those that will just listen and it makes no difference to them. All right? So I encourage every single one of you. Did I promise a bonus? Yes. The bonus is simple. The bonus is to tell you this. Admit everything I've taught you. Admit everything I've just said in this meeting. It's not to inflate you. It's not to pump your specific skills that will help you. But I want you to know something. Above all right, leadership will take you far. Even when it comes to recruiting, your leadership skills is tested. You know the difference between come and join my business versus look, I will. I'm committing myself to you. Look, I will. If you're doing this, I will do this. Look, don't worry, I will support you. Come and support my business. I will support you through this business. There are two different things. One shows lack of what? Leadership, charisma. The other one shows real leadership, charisma. You know what? Let's get this thing done. Trust me. I'm going to be committed to this. I'm going to support you. I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to do this. I will do this. I will do this. I will do this. All right. Leadership, your leadership will be tested even while you recruit. So how do you become a good leader? Recruit and just put in the best. Listen to the trainings, put in the best, recruit and lead. Recruit and what? And lead. So I have to be a leader before I lead. No, you have to lead to become a leader sometimes because some people are born as leaders, but not everybody. Some people just have that internal charisma by nature. They have this patience, they have leadership qualities by nature, and they just have to do a little development on it. Take note. But leaders are usually not born. Most people develop it. They develop it over time. All right. Most times they are not born with it. They develop it over time. And how do they develop it? You lead. Make the sacrifice. Have these people. Make the commitment. All right. So this brings us to the end of today's session. All right. I'm glad you've gotten value. Get into action and let's make this happen. The JTQ is on. The mastermind has done a couple of trainings, but this is just more like a start. All right. And an addition on what has been done and on what we've done so far. All right. Time will not permit me to take much questions. I think some of you sent me a chat on questions the last time, and I think I did answer some. All right. So you can still send me chats of questions. If you, I'm going to upload this at the end of this session. I'll upload it on the YouTube page, so you can maybe some people that missed it for network. Those of you that had network challenges, you can make reference to it and get the places you missed. All right, so that you don't miss it. All right, so that you don't miss out some crucial information that I've mentioned. I appreciate every single one of you. Or is there anybody that has a burning question that you just want to ask? And this might just be the opportunity for you. Let me take one, just one. A burning question. It's not burning. If it's burning, someone would have asked. Okay. All right. So I appreciate every single one of you. God bless you all and remain unstoppable. With God on your side. That is it. So let's move on. Okay?